Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Bleach 1000 Year Blood War episode 44 reaction. So the previous episode we get to see Ichigo and Orihime fight Yohabaha over there. Ishida's fighting Hashwald and like obviously Yohabaha's extremely strong and like the battle was going extremely one-sided. And I got to know from the comments as well that obviously he's not even using Almighty because Hashwald is using it. And I was like thinking like, yeah, he's probably not using Almighty because like Hashwald is currently using it. So yeah, that's actually what's going on. So yeah, it's even crazier. Either way, that's what's going on over there. In the end, Ichigo kind of transforms, and I guess we'll get to see that later in this video maybe. But at the same time, we are also having Kenpachi, Byakuya, and Toshiro against Gerard. You know that guy, the Quincy, I think, who uses all. What's the name? Power of Miracles, right? His name is Gerard, I think. Yeah, he is also going crazy. So we have Kenpachi here. I'm guessing we're going to see more of Kenpachi's battle because obviously he woke up after a while. He was injured and all that. So yeah, let's see what happens today. So let's get started. I'll be putting the timer and the subtitles over here. Sync it to the original video and watch it alongside my reaction. Yeah, let us begin. So here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa. What the? Something's border surface. Is weakening. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Oh no. Okay, that is not good. Hmm. Alright, here we go. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. He literally calls out all the enemies in anime, explaining their power. Oh my god. Right. Wow. Literally the same. Oh my god. Bruh. Alright. Yeah, let's just. Well. Oh yeah, true. Well, obviously, these are like the strongest of the strongest characters. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, but Zaraki won't be happy about that. It is a. Oh, oh my god. Oh, here we go. Oh, damn. Oh, well, yeah. Well, it's been pretty obvious that she is his Zanpakuto. Like, come on. Like, it's one of the most obvious things ever. Like, I'll talk about this later. Okay, here we go. Yep. Ooh. Right. So we will be seeing his Bankai. Okay. Okay, let's see what it. Oh. Oh, wow. What the hell? He turned into a demon, literally. Red arms. What are you on about? There's a lot of changes. He literally changed colors. Like, what the hell? Oh, he's talking about his Zanpakuto. Ooh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh! With that tiny bite! Ah! Holy! Oh my god! Oh, this is insane. Well, it's the same thing you were dissing a few moments ago. Ah, great. Fantastic. I'm supposed to be the strongest. Bro, he literally cleaved you in two. What are you on about? You're delusional as hell, man. Oh, there you go. All these queens are just so drunk on their power. They just don't understand when it's actually, like, you need to. Oh my god. Oh boy. No. Right. Yeah, don't go near him. Yeah, we don't know whether he's in his. Yeah, it's not over yet. Oh no, wait, what? Yeah, there you go. Oh my god, he's behind them. Hey, move. Well, he said he's not going to die that easily. And he got even stronger. So we need to, like, literally, like, wipe him out completely, like cleave him into, like, small pieces. Otherwise, he's just going to keep coming back. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, nice. Oh my god. Ashtoing. Oh damn, I forgot what you call that. The defensive thing that Quincy's have. Release too much of your power. Oh. Damn. Eh. Oh boy. Hmm. Yeah. What's gonna happen if the flowers? Oh. What the hell? He grew up? Wait, what's going on? So he he was he was sealing his age or something? Like, what's going on? My power isn't developed. What type of reasoning is that? Yeah, that's a different one. That's his complete Bankai, I guess, as he said. Well, you're the one to speak. You're constantly transforming every single. like scene. Okay, so if his normal Bankai was able to freeze him like that, this is probably going to be very effective. No, it's exactly. Nothing is going to work. It's frozen. It's in constant. It's status or whatever you call it. Damn. I feel like he's going to freeze that as well. Yep, there you go. Within 4 steps. The shot the Quincy arrow within 3 steps or less. Oh. Oh, damn. Yeah. Ugh. Ah, boy. Whoa. What happened? Oh, and Kenpachi is back. Oh. Oh, yeah, true. Well, you are gradually. Oh my god, yo. Everyone's ganging up on him. Well, obviously, he's extremely strong. Oh! Yeah, and the ice is gonna shatter. Okay, can he come back from this? That's the question, because he's literally in pieces. I feel like he might. I feel like he might come back. What did I say? I knew this was, because like a little bit of his leg was left. Oh, now what? I don't know. Like I feel like we've used up all the tricks up our sleeves. Oh great, he transformed again. Damn. Yeah. Who's that? Oh my god. Well, you can't blame them. Oh my god, yo, just yeah. Hmm. Damn. Hmm. For friends or comrades. Yep. Mm. Right. Oh, that's where they're going to end. Well, that's a bit early, right? I think there's a post-credit scene. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, the real world is getting. Oh my god. Yeah. Is that Deku's voice? Yeah, well, you need that. That's why. What the? Who the hell? Oh. Whoa. Oh, okay, here we go. Ichigo. Yeah. Yeah, she's getting reminded of the time they fought with Ulquiorra. Yeah, obviously, this time he's not lost his mind. Hmm. Melded together with my powers. Hmm. Right. Oh, true. Make some room. It's going to break the whole. Yeah. I forgot what he called that place. Oh damn. Oh wait. He's like, nope, you don't. Oh boy. What? That looks like a crescent moon. Yeah. Zero? Oh, Grand Ray Zero. Damn. Oh God. Mm, okay. All right. That is it. And yeah, that was episode number 44. So quite a few things happened today, actually. First and foremost, obviously we had the reality, the real world, actually melding with everything. Like all the three worlds. So like yeah, things are kind of going whack over there. Um, we have what's the name? The hollows kind of like popping in into the more than more than usual, popping into the real world, big hollows, and trouble is going on over there. But as we see, those guys will be going in. The ones like who already were in in the like who were given the responsibility of Karakura town. And I'm pretty sure Ishin is also there, right? Currently, yeah, I think so. Ishin and Ryuken, so they can probably help as well. You know, are they there? I think they're there, right? I can't remember exactly where they're in the living world. Yeah, they didn't come to the. Okay, so they're also there, so they can help as well. I think. We also have those guys. What's the name? The guys from Urahara's place. I forgot those two kids' name. They're not kids anymore. They're like teenagers now, I think. And then the other dude. I forgot all their names. It's been so long. Right. So they're also there. So yeah, like everyone can probably chip in and help to take care of the hollows. Um, right. Either way, that's what's going on over there. We also have we get to see like majority part of today's episode. We get to see the battle against Gerard. So Gerard versus Kempachi, and then Toshiro joins in, Byakuya joins in, and still we have not been able to take him out. So it's kind of crazy, you know. Now let's see how this goes. So let's talk about the battle that happened. So we can see Gerard transforms quite a few times actually, as we get to see, and obviously we get to see Kempachi using his Bankai and wait, yeah, yeah, Kempa. His I still don't. I don't. I'm not really sure. I still think he's not really using his full power for his Bankai because his sword is still broken. His Zanpakuto is still broken, or is that supposed to be how it is in his Bankai, like the broken Zanpakuto? I'm not really sure, but there is a possibility that maybe like Kenpachi is going to get even more stronger, and I think that might happen because obviously this is the first time he's using his Bankai. He probably still hasn't gotten the hold of it, or he hasn't realized how to properly use it because obviously like first time you use something this strong, you'll not be able to grasp everything at the same time. And yeah, and this is even the first time he's even realizing that Yachido. I'm not even sure if he realized that Yachido is actually his Zanpakuto. Yeah, and that brings me to the whole thing with Yachiru. Now, Yachiru's thing, like, I don't know if you guys will believe me, but from the very beginning, when, not the very beginning, I would say, but from the day where they revealed Yachiru's backstory, or Kempachi's backstory, I would say, where, no, you know what, even before that, I would say, like, I had an inkling, but I was pretty confirmed on that day when they showed Kempachi's, Zaraki's backstory. The backstory was so like it was like the whole appearance of Yachiru was so coincidental at that time. I was like, okay, she's probably his Zanpakuto because as far as I can remember, they mentioned how like they showed how Kempachi was all alone. Like he has like fought a battle and everything, and he was like sitting like this, and then suddenly like a little kid came in, and the kid obviously has no name. Kempachi doesn't, Zaraki doesn't know his sword's name, and he's like, "Oh, who are you, little kid?" And then he kind of names her Yachiru. And the way that happened was so coincidental with the whole, like, it kind of like connected so much with the fact that he doesn't know his Zanpakuto's name, and then a little kid comes in who also doesn't have a name, and he names her. I was like, yeah, it is very much certain. Like, there is a huge possibility that Yachiru is his Zanpakuto. But it did throw me off a little bit when they showed Yachiru's Zanpakuto, and then, like, she was fighting against that guy. I forgot the name. That other guy. Like, I was a bit thrown off of that. I was like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Yachiru is just Yachiru. But then she disappeared again, and then I was like, okay, yeah, she is probably his Zanpakuto. And there you go. It is pretty obvious. Now, I would say that obviously from the very beginning, like, I thought that obviously Yachiru is Yachiru, but there was a part when I did kind of think that maybe Yachiru might be connected to Kenpachi's Zanpakuto is during that filler arc, I would say. If you remember that was a filler arc, right? With the Zanpakuto's rebellion and all that, like they showed all the Zanpakuto's, like, humanoid forms and everything. I don't know. At that moment, I did kind of think that maybe there's a possibility that Yachiru might be Kenpachi Zaraki's Zanpakuto. You know, but yeah, that was very, like, that I didn't really think about it that much. Like, but there, I did think there's a possibility, and then I was pretty much confirmed during the backstory time. You know, um, so yeah, like, as we get to see here, Yachiru is his Zanpakuto, and like, up until now, I guess, since he doesn't even remember the name of his Zanpakuto and all that, Yachiru always stayed with him in a humanoid form. Like, now that, like, things are getting into motion, Kenpachi is remembering, like, like, and he's unleashing his power. Obviously, Yachiru, like, has kind of, like, assimilated with him, I guess you could say, like, inside of him. Like, just like how inside of Ichigo, he also used to meet that old dude. I forgot his name. Like Zangetsu's, like, that whole thing. Right. But, like, it's kind of like that, I guess. Like, yeah. So I do wonder, like, whether Kenpachi's I'm sure he's probably going to, like, grow even more, like, stronger. And this Zaraki we're talking about, but I don't know if that's going to happen now. Like, because, like, who the hell is going to even help us out with the situation with Gerard, because Gerard has gotten even more stronger. And so we have seen, like, Zaraki, Byakuya, and Toshiro use the maximum of their power to try to stop him, and he still came back. So the question is, now what? Are we going to see these three, like expand their abilities again, get even more stronger, and then defeat him on top of this, or some kind of third party is going to come and intervene and help us out to take out Gerard? That's the question. So let's wait and see. But uh I feel like Byakuya and Toshiro, these two are, I think, like, they are, like, at the at the threshold of what they can do now. Like, they cannot, like, go even further. Can Zaraki, though, I'm not really sure. Like I was saying, like, I feel like there is a possibility he might grow again from here. Like, but it's a very low possibility because he used his Bankai. He, like, we saw, like, the utmost that he could do for now. So I'm not sure if he can squeeze that further and stretch that further to, like, get even stronger and try to deal with Gerard. So yeah, let's wait and see, I guess. Okay, now that was Kenpachi, Zaraki Kenpachi. Let's talk about Toshiro. So Toshiro actually says that, like, up until now, what I thought that, those ice flowers, like, what I thought that they're like a time limit or whatever for his Bankai, which I guess Byakuya also thought the same. Byakuya was like, oh, like, your flowers are getting depleted. Like, it's time for your Bankai to be over. He's like, oh no, actually, this is like a time limit for the true Bankai to get unleashed. And I never use it because I'm not really well versed with it. but in this situation, no other choice. Um, so that's what happened. Now, okay, let me read what he says here. Just a minute, because he says something here. My power isn't developed enough yet to have full command of Maru. Yeah, so he says like the problem lies with me because I'm not strong enough to completely um, control Maru. I don't know if that's why, but when Daigoren Maru is complete, I get a bit older. Okay, so again, I don't know. I don't understand the logic behind. Like, I guess he himself doesn't understand it because he himself says that I don't know if that's why, but when Daigoren Maru becomes complete, I guess it's because his Zanpakuto thinks that he's in his current form is not strong enough to control me. That's why he becomes older. But how the hell does that work? Again, you know what? Like, yeah, I don't think Toshiro said, he himself doesn't understand how that happens or why that happens. But yeah, apparently, that's the thing. Like, he becomes older because I guess his Zanpakuto thinks that him being older may be able to control his power better or something. I don't know. Right. But yeah, and that's pretty interesting because I guess that's how strong Maru is because we haven't even up until now seen his true potential. And I feel like this isn't even his true potential either because he, like, as you can see, he was struggling, like he was sweating, struggling at the end. So when he's going to be truly able to control Maru, he's going to be even way more stronger than this because I'm pretty sure by the time he gains that amount of control or power, he will be able to continuously use this form. Unlike now, where it seems like he is struggling at the end because he was sweating and everything, and Byakuya himself was like, "Are you all right? Like, you don't look good." Um, so yeah, so he can grow even more from this. Like, I'll be honest, up until now, like, Toshiro's power always seemed a little bit, to me at least, on the weaker side compared to all the other captains. I've always felt like, but like, I feel like the thing with Toshiro's power is like, it's since it is eyes, we don't see like I constantly compare it with the other captains, which are kind of like some sort of destructive thing. For example, let's say like Byakuya, like his Senbon Zakura Kageyoshi is like like the whole like the petals and everything, like all those swords and everything, just like scattering and just destroying you like completely. It's a form of destruction. Same with like the other captains, like who else, whose Bankai have we seen? um like strong captains. Uh um what the hell, why wait a minute, why am I drawing a blank here? There's so many Bankais we've seen. Yeah, Soifon. Soifon's Bankai is a literal nuke. Right. Right. Then we have freaking Mayuri. Like his Bankai is that baby. The big baby, like, who just completely like poisons everything and destroys everything. What was the name? Ashiji Jizo or something. I forgot the name. Like all these Bankais that we have seen are like some sort of like pure raw destruction, while like, yeah, I guess you can say like Toshiro's Bankai is also like destruction, but if it is used in that way, otherwise it's just freezing everything, like completely like just like freezing everything and like breaking them and everything. So in that form, like the destruction like part about that is a bit low. So that's why like I feel like I always kind of compare that, and that's why in my head I've always kind of kept Toshiro, like powers wise, at a bit lower on the lower end compared to all the captains. But like we, as we see here, yeah, that is not how you should probably like compare Toshiro's power with everyone else, because Toshiro's power is something different. It is, as we get to see, he literally freezes Gerard's sword, and since it's frozen, means it's like completely just in status. Like nothing you do to that, any type of damage you deal to that is not going to register because it's frozen. Like how in cryo sleep you completely your everything gets frozen, and even like your life, like the things that happen inside of your body, they also kind of come to like a halt. It's like that. So in that way, Toshiro's power is extremely dangerous. Like because it can literally completely take you out like that. Like it's not like a destructive force or something like that, but it's something like a very different thing, as we get to see. So yeah. Either way, I like, because that's what I was trying to say here, because I was like, up until now, all the time whenever Toshiro fought, I always kind of like comparing him to the other captains. I always kind of thought like, yeah, he is a bit on the weaker side, which is true, I guess, because as we can see, he himself is like admitted that he cannot really control his Zanpakuto's power. So like he has to grow even more to be able to properly use it. Yeah. So right, but here we get a glimpse of what he can actually do. Like like freezing someone like Gerard is a crazy feat, because as we can see how crazy this dude is. Like literally nothing works on him. Genpachi even is struggling to fight against him. So freezing someone like that is absolutely insane. Like and just like that quickly and that easily. Right. um Anyways, like in the end, it doesn't really work by the end of it, because first and foremost, Kenpachi cleaved him in two. Then you can see like Kenpachi, um Gerard comes back again, forms back again, and like takes a new form. And on top of that, like after that, Toshiro takes his new form, freezes him. um uh, all three of them worked here, because as you can see, Zaraki first grabbed his leg, or did something like that, where he kind of almost tripped, where he couldn't like completely take out Toshiro. Toshiro taking that opportunity froze him, and Byakuya taking that opportunity completely destroyed him with his Senbon Kageyoshi. The frozen Gerard. So all three of them work together here, and with their utmost power that they can squeeze out, they took out the second form of Gerard. And still he comes back. And now he looks like some sort of like, I don't know what to call it. Like he's like glowing. He has this, the helmet that the Greek helmet, or whatever you call it. The ones that I have no idea what you call that helmet, but you see these type of helmet a lot. Like in like ancient Greece or whatever, like people who like fight. Yeah. So he comes back with that, and now it seems like he's like a sort of entity completely formed with like spiritual, like uh yeah, like what do you call that, the reishi, right? Yeah, he's completely formed with that, it seems like. And yeah, like I don't know how we're going to take this thing out now. Like, are we going to be able to do it ourselves, or do we need like some sort of help from the outside? Like, what the hell? But Byakuya told Kuchiki, Rukia and Renji that you guys go and meet up with Kurosaki, fight again with him, because you guys are supposed to be comrades, not comrades but friends. Yeah. And Toshiro also said that we are like, I don't know what you know about this, but when I was taught in the academy, I was taught that like you fight not for your family, not for like your like loved ones or everything. Like obviously you fight for them, but the most you fight for is your friends. The ones who are along with you, by your side, fighting with you. So Ichigo and like Orihime, Sado, all of them are those people for Rukia and Renji. Not fighting beside us; they should be fighting beside them. So, yeah. Right. And yeah, and there you go. That was what happened with the fight against Gerard. Now, like I said, I do want to see more about what was going to happen with Zaraki, because in the end, as we can see, like Zaraki kind of transforms back to his normal self. So I guess he his Bankai form obviously got like stopped midway. But yeah, he probably could have. He definitely has more room for growth, because as you can see, Yachiru says that, oh, like like Kenchan, like you're like you, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have like unleashed all the like this much of power, because your body still cannot handle it. um as you can see, his hand gets like completely torn off. So yeah, this shows, like, this indicates that this isn't even it. Zaraki can go stronger from this even, and Yachiru hasn't even unleashed everything, right? So yeah, but I don't think I think for now at least Zaraki won't be able to do anything, because he literally turned back. Like his Bankai got like like kind of wore off, as we see at the end. So yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to do anything else. So the question is, like, how the hell are we going to take out Gerard? Like, yeah, that's the question. Let's see. Let's wait and see. Alright, and yeah, there you go. That was that. And then we have the post-credit scenes, where obviously I already talked about this, like those two, like where like, oh, we're going to go to Karakura town and help everyone. Karakura town was our responsibility from the very beginning, so we're going to take care of the hollows and protect the people. And then we get to see Ichigo's other form. So Ichigo explains. Ichigo's like, yeah, since my hollow kind of melded together with my like normal self, I should be able to bring it out myself. But like, I like, since I'm not really used to that, I'm not really like, haven't really used it like that at all, and I might not be able to do it. That's why I used your power to kind of like stimulate mine, I guess, and bring it out. And yeah, and as you can see, Orihime was a bit concerned at the beginning, because obviously Orihime like went through that whole thing against when he fought against Ulquiorra, where Ichigo went completely like crazy with the whole hollow power and everything. So she was thinking maybe the same thing is happening here as well, but Ichigo's like, oh no, it's fine. Like I'm still me. I haven't lost my mind. Right. Anyways, and you can see this is the first time actually, like when Ichigo comes, like like to attack Yahabaha, like he's like, all right, like like that's a good like like thing. I'm gonna take my sword out, and Ichigo's like, nope, grabs his hand. And that was pretty funny. He didn't even let him take out his sword. He's like, nope, yeah, I'm not going to take any chances. Like I'm gonna grab your hand so that you can't unleash your sword. And he grabs his hand and like kind of cleaves him in two. But obviously that doesn't work. And then Ichigo uses Getsuga Tensho along with Granare Zero. And as you can see, he uses his sword and he also uses his mouth to take out the Zero. Like, and kind of mixes it together. I think. Like, you can see here, if you pause it here, you can see it when he uses Getsuga Tensho here. His head is like this. So he's like taking his sword, like Zanpakuto out, and his head is like this. I guess like he was forming the Zero along with it. Yeah, he forms like Getsuga Tensho and Granary Zero at the same time. And shoots it. Yeah, Granary Zero. And yeah, it just it just whacks into Yahaba's this side. And that's where it ended. So yeah, there you go. That's where the episode also ended. So let's see where this goes. Next episode we'll probably get like a proper battle against Ichigo and Yahabaha. Like, because yeah, like this episode obviously was the Gerard episode. The next episode, yeah, but obviously Gerard is still not done yet, so we have to deal with him eventually. I have no idea how we're going to do that, but we'll see. So yeah, there you go. That is it. That was my reaction to episode number 44 of Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.